When Elijah carries versus TJ, does it change anything you do?
No, they're both really good running backs, and they both got speed. They can both make guys miss at the second level. So we block it the same. Sometimes we don't really even know who's back there. They all make plays.
A few years into this and being conditioned for it now, what's it like to go out there and tempo a team? Like Virginia Tech, twice Elijah got the ball and they weren't ready for it.
Right.
What's it like for you?
Well, that's kind of the biggest advantage of tempo, and that when you get up to the line and they're not even lined up, that's just like kind of the ideal positive outcome of tempoing them, and then that allows us to catch them off guard, obviously, and a lot of times we can break a big one. So when we see them in chaos over there on defense, them not getting lined up, them not knowing where to go, we know we've kind of gotten in their heads a little bit.
Thinking about last Saturday when State's offense had the ball for so long, does that get in your heads like we need to get an extra push here so we can convert on third down and give our defense a break a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about that game was we scored points early.
Sure.
There's been some games, previous games where we weren't punching it in the end zone early on, and then we were like, we really need to, take some of the slack off the defense. But we got up early, so that was gave us a little breathing room. But anytime we get the ball, we really want to score. We really want to create some separation, from the other team, because we know, especially State, they were an explosive offense, and we knew they were capable of potentially coming back. So, anytime we get the ball, we really want to put points out.
Can you sense these good performances by you guys as a unit and a team as a whole, just building on one another from week to week?
Oh yeah,
reinforcing what you need to do in practice.
Yeah, every week that goes by feels like we kind of get a little tighter. Guys gain a little more confidence. Guys are pushing themselves further and further. It's more than any other year, more than any other team I've ever been a part of. You're really seeing that week to week.
So when you look at Clemson on film, what things do you guys need to do to give yourself the best chance to be successful?
Well, they're the best defense we've played so far, the best team we've played so far. They've got a lot of talented guys across the board, especially both their DNs are really talented guys, some big name guys over there. So they're not necessarily the most complex defense, but they've got really good players over there. So it's going to kind of be about winning one-on-one battles and being more physical and just winning your battles as opposed to other teams where they're trying to confuse you. This team's a team that can beat you physically.
Straight up, toe-to-toe.
Yeah.
Does it feel different this week, like a different Saturday? Or as much as you guys want to stay in routine, and it's another week, is a pretty big one?
Yeah, it does feel like, it kind of does feel like routine though. I think it's because we've been winning so far every week, knock on wood. There's kind of been a consistent flow to things, and this kind of feels natural to be taking this next step. Obviously, the stakes are higher in this game, but I don't think that necessarily changes how anyone's approaching it, because I think Coach Floor mentioned to us as a team, we've got to be approaching it 100% every week, who we're playing, no matter if it's a championship game or a regular season game. So.
Thanks a lot, John.
Yep, appreciate it.
They have some different guys on defense than they had a year ago, and they've kind of picked up where they left off. They've a group that's kind of gotten better every week. How much does it help you guys, the fact that you went down there last year and offensively you had some success? You moved the ball, you were able to hit on some big plays.
Right.
It's pretty much the same guys for you, just some different guys for them.
Yeah, they obviously they lost Vic Beasley, who first rounder. He's a tough guy to replace, but they replaced the guys they lost with some guys who are really good players. Both their DNs weren't starters last year, but they stepped right in. Now they're all conference guys, and one of them's Lawson. He's getting a lot of recognition. He's a very good player, and the other guy on the other side, who I don't think has gotten quite as much recognition, he's in my opinion just as good a player.
Are they almost as good as they were a year ago? As good as they were a year ago defensively?
Well, obviously their team's been more successful, so you could potentially argue that their defense has improved also. You don't see a whole lot of drop-off there. You see improvement in a lot of places. Obviously they lost some guys in some spots where you can see a little bit of a difference, but I think as a unit they've improved.
You got an honor yesterday. Congratulations for that. what area are you significantly better now than you were a year ago?
I'd say just strength and physicality. An emphasis I put on myself this summer was adding a little bit of muscle mass, bulking up a little bit, gaining some strength to help improve my game in the run game. I think that's probably been my biggest.
Sustaining the run blocks?
Yeah, exactly.
And is across the board. And I guess that's why Elijah and TJ are getting the second and third level more, because it begins with you guys.
Right.
If you sustain it an extra split second, it's more time for them to get through.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in this offseason, the emphasis we created as an O-line was we got to run the ball this year. We want to be running the ball for 200 yards a game, and that's been a goal for us every week, and something we're going to continue to do.
Last 8 games, you guys are averaging around 235, 240 on the ground. The last 3 are like close to 900 total, maybe even over 900 on the ground. How much satisfaction do you take personally with your group that you guys are able to do that? It's not a 1 or 2 game thing. It's who you guys are now.
Yeah, I mean, anytime we can run the ball, that's an O-lineman's favorite thing in the world. When we're moving the ball, we're wearing down the defense. We're making it so we don't have to get in long passing situations where their DNs can pin their ears back and rush. So there's a ton of different reasons why running the ball is just an O-lineman's dream. And it's helped us establish a bit of an identity as a more physical unit. We're getting these running backs more opportunities, but despite what we do, we've still got some really, really talented running backs in the backfield, obviously, who even if there's times where we're not necessarily creating devastating blocks, they're still making plays.
Run blocking is more fun too, and you get to impose your will. Absolutely. All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.